All right, so we will start. We'll start with the younger ones first, and then we'll go with the older ones. So we're playing we're playing here a 2-3-1. So this is the U9s and some of the U8s. So you'll start to see that the shape, while some of them have played before, there are lots of moments when we're just not there. Okay, we just haven't gotten the shape right yet. Now, we got to wait till Noah comes because right now there's only 6 of us. So let's do that. Let's fast forward a little bit. See if maybe about here. Is Noah here yet? Nope, not yet. Maybe here. Yes, there we go. Okay. Okay. So I think this is where he's coming in. Maybe there should be a goal pretty soon here. I do also want to get the full view of the field. Chat. Yeah, Darren, we're going to stop at 7 as well. So you can leave. You can definitely leave at 6:55 here. Okay, so let's just kind of wait here as he's getting ready. Let's give him some time. Okay. Where is he? You here yet? Okay, here we go. So now he comes in, and now we're playing a 2-3-1. So let's talk a little bit about positioning, and we'll get into that. Okay. Now, what you'll see is this immediate impact by Noah, which I absolutely love. Okay, I'm pretty sure he wins that ball here. Yeah. Okay, so look at this first touch though by David, which was absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. Watch this. Look at this first touch right to Gregory, which is a great. And I just want you to watch his technique. Okay. No. Let's go back. Let's go back 5 seconds here. We're gonna back speed. Let's go 25. Okay. I just want you to watch his technique here of this one touch pass because it's perfect. It is 100% perfect. Okay. Just watch his foot as that ball comes right. And what he does a really great job of is look at his body. You can see if we go in, his knee is low. His body position is open right to Gregory. His eyes is on Gregory as Gregory comes. But what I love here is his foot comes and meets the ball. So what do I mean by meeting the ball? What I mean by that, and we're going to work a lot of this week. Sorry, there's a couple of people waiting in the room here. What I mean is that imagine you're shaking someone's hand, right? As that person's hand comes to you, let me get on my video camera here so you can kind of see me. Let me see here. Where am I? Perfect. Okay, so imagine 2 hands coming together, right? You can see me, yes? Let me pin my window. It's been a while since I've done that. Okay, perfect. So now you should be able to see me. All right, so imagine 2 hands coming together, right? To shake hands, right? It comes together and they shake hands at the same time. What doesn't happen is one person brings it in and then the other person brings their hand in. So it's the same thing with this ball here. Okay, and let's see, hopefully, can you guys see the screen again? Yeah. Yes? Okay, perfect. Yeah. So his foot is meeting that ball just like 2 hands coming together. Let's do this again. And you can see exactly which part of the foot. It's that heel part. Okay, let's look at this again as it comes in. Okay, this is really important. It's absolute perfection here by David. Okay, ball's coming. Now watch his foot coming to meet that ball there. And it's a perfect layoff to Gregory. And then now we're on the attack. Okay. David again tries to make that pass. Doesn't quite work out there. A little fumble here, that ball. Play behind the leg. And now Noah's off to the races. And Noah was so fast that he's a blur. And then he scores. Okay. Good. Let's move forward. So now that we're here, we can really look at the player's position. So Nicholas and Darren are playing defense. Gordon's playing on the wing along with David. Noah is playing that midfielder position, and Gregory is playing what we call a false nine. So what's a false nine? A nine is a center striker, right? So that's the position of the number 9. A false nine would be a number 9 that's actually not playing that position. So when we have this ball and on defense as well, I asked Gregory to form a 2-4. So I want Gregory to come back, and I really wanted to get him and Noah on the ball as much as possible. Okay. So that's really what we're looking at here. Although Gregory didn't really do that as much, but that was the instructions I gave. So right now we're pretty good in that position. Gordon should be a little bit in more, right? Okay, let's do that. Now, obviously, we don't have a player who is just our goalkeeper, but if we did, I'd push him up. Gordon now does a great job of finding that player. Okay. Good. All right, perfect. Okay, so if we freeze that here, right when David is about to make that pass, okay. Now we're having some issues, okay. David's looking in here. What do we see? How many here? Oops. How many players do we see here?
4 of their team.
Yeah, well, yeah, about 3, maybe 4. That's fair, Matthew. That's fair. Right. And the only player that's really open is Nicholas, right? And Nicholas is in a really good position. But instead of going to Nicholas, we try and kind of go through, which is fine. Okay. But where is the most space here? Where do we see the most amount of space? So we talked about Nicholas. Keep doing that. We talked about Nicholas being completely open. So that's one player that's open. But let's talk about space, because soccer is a game of space, right? So where's the space that, yeah, that's right, Matthew. And when we talk about the other side, right? Which player's responsibility is it to be there? What position? What position? Yeah, that's Gordon's job, right? And that's our winger's position. So we have to realize that even though the ball is here, we should be able to get that ball there with 1 or 2 passes. And I would say Darren's out of position because Darren's a defender, and Darren should be right here. Whoops, right there, so that Nicholas can receive that ball, make that pass to Darren, and Darren can get that big switch to Gordon right away. Right? Okay. I do see the passing lane though. Okay. Just a little bit of a bad touch there. And again, we're just trying to go forward, 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 forward every time, where maybe that's not where the space tells us. Okay. Yeah, I like how the defense is back. I like how David comes back. Gordon is not in the right side. Where should Gordon be? Let's look at that defender here with Gordon. Where should this player be? What's the first part of defending, guys? What's the first part of defending? Someone talk to me.
Down your player.
Pardon?
Down your player.
Stay on your player. Who is this, by the way? Who's Ronaldo? Ronaldo. There's Noah. Who's that? Who's talking?
David.
Who is it?
David.
David?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I played with you.
will you type it in the chat? It's hard to understand you. Who is it? Okay, what's wrong with Gordon's position? Wait, is it Gordon? No, I don't know. What's wrong with this position? Matthew, come on, talk to me. Mark, Jetien, come on. Jared, you know this.
He's not behind the player.
Yeah. He's not in between the player and the net, right? So we need to block. So here has to be here. And we don't have to be this close, Darren. Okay. Why would it be a bad idea to be this close to the player?
They can turn around you.
Yeah, so if he receives it with the outside of his foot and just kind of turns around, then we're done. So it's okay. In fact, it's encouraged. Give him space. Just stay behind him, right? As long as they don't go forward, we're fine, right? Good. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, that's good defending, leading with the arm. I love that, Darren. Okay, another great pass by David. Good, and now we're keeping possession. So let's look at our possession, okay? So Darren is okay. Nicholas is okay. Okay, I think we're actually not that bad here. The only thing I would say, which David is it? We have a lot of Davids. Is it this David? Is that the right David? Is that the David that's here today? Oh no. It's 2013 David. I got it. Okay, got it. Okay. So that's a really good ball there. Okay, we have that. Okay. David's also in a really good spot here, maybe a little bit even wider or maybe even just a little bit higher there. And remember, we don't want to be in line with the ball. Where do we want to be when that ball is on the wide space? We talked about this a little bit. So if that ball space is here, do I want to be in front, in line, or behind? What do you think of the ball?
Behind.
Behind, yeah, that's right. Because if we're behind the ball, then as that ball comes in, then we can make that run right into that ball. So we definitely don't want to be in front. We don't really want to be in line. And as you get older, that's also how offsides work, right? So we really want to try and be behind that ball as much as we can. Okay, especially when that winger has it. All right, let's keep going. Okay, it's a good pass to Gordon. It's a good turn. Okay, Nicholas should be resetting there. He doesn't. Taking a little bit too much as the last player back. Okay, again, same thing here, right? What should you have done there, Darren? Okay, you have that ball here. What should you have done here? What do you think? What do you think, Darren?
Reset.
Yeah, resetting, I think, would have been really good. Let me just turn up the microphone here. Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. So yeah, we should have reset there, right? Yeah, and you can see the other coach. Not really a good person. Anyway, oh, whoopsie daisies. Okay, a great try there from David. Okay. Puts down, dribbles. Love that attitude. Go after it. Okay, and a great job by that defender to come in and prevent Gregory from scoring. And then now this should be an easy goal. Okay, great shot there by Darren. I love the attitude there. Look to shoot. Okay, and then now we should be able to keep that possession again, looking to shoot. We're very close to that 18-yard box. Those are all really good things, right? And all of this has happened if we break this down because we're looking to score. Okay, and where are we? Okay, let's talk about where we are. We are in the final third, right? If we divide the field into 3 portions, okay, we can do this here, there, whoopsies. Let's go like that. And then let's go like that, right? This is our third. This is that middle third. And this is that final third. And whenever we're in that final third, especially when we're inside the center spaces, the center space and the half space, right? This is actually the half space. This is the half space. and this is the center space. That's where we're looking to shoot and try and score. That's what we're doing here, right? Every time Darren gets the ball in the half space, great idea to shoot there. It's a good block, right? Again, receive that ball in the half space, look to shoot. David has it in the half space, center space, ready to shoot. Now, we're a little bit too close to that line, to the goal line. So what should we look for? Can we score from here? No. So what should we look for? We should look for a player. That's right. And that's exactly what happens here, right? Gregory decides, makes a great pass in. Okay, and because that ball goes in a dangerous area, it goes in the net. Okay, so very, very well. And this is just me telling Nicholas as the last player back. Okay, we're not really looking to dribble, right? Yeah. Darren, what number are you, by the way?
17.
17, the same as Nicholas, eh? Yeah, I have your jersey. I have it. So you don't have to worry. I have your jersey. Okay, player's hurt. Let's keep going. All right, good. So now let's look at this battle here. So again, it's the same thing that we talked about, right? And whenever you see this, okay, this doesn't do anything. Okay, we are way too close to the defender. In a situation that doesn't matter, let's just move behind him. Okay, it's not a big deal. Give him a little bit of space. All right, we're not in a situation now where this becomes important. And what we're scared of is him receiving that and turning, right? So that's really not what we want. Okay, so this doesn't really do that much for us. Okay, we need you guys up here. So now David needs help, right? Nicholas isn't there to help, so that's a problem. Okay, now Nicholas kind of comes back. Okay, we score here as well. But what we need to understand as defenders, and Darren, Nicholas, this is going to be really important, is that whenever the wingers have the ball, they need to be able to go back if they're in trouble. They don't have to go back. We want to go forward. Don't get me wrong. But if they're in trouble and they don't see a path forward, then they need to have a path backwards to help. Times it. No. Yeah. Good here. Okay. Looks like a decent shape. That's great defending there by Noah. Look at that. That's good defending, not jumping in. Okay. It's a good little poke there by David. Okay. Now, I understand that because of our 1v1s that we do, we're in a very unique situation where we're just better than most teams and we can get out of these situations. And I get that, right? But we need to see and understand that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players here, okay, is very difficult to get through. And instead, if we can just reset to push them and then get out, then we can have an easier time. Okay. Having said that, what an incredible pass this is. Okay. With that, he was able to get rid of 3 players. Okay. And we call that a penetrating pass. It's a pass that gets rid of players, right? And that's a fantastic pass. Now, Gregory does a great job here of trying to beat these players, just not a move, right? So he tries to dribble through, but we want to see a move here. Okay. And then here we should be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all their players. So it should be a very simple idea of resetting. Okay. And now we're just kind of kicking it. Instead, we should be resetting it. That's a great give and go there. Good idea by David, just not really a passing lane. And this is what we talk about, right? We've talked about this in the past, the idea that it doesn't matter where you are on the field, you should always have a passing lane. And it is really for that situation, right? And this is exactly what we want to stress, that there is no passing lane. So if Noah can understand, and all of you can understand, that it doesn't matter who we are, we have to have a passing lane, then that makes it easier. Okay. It doesn't matter where you are, even though you are on the wrong side, Darren. Okay, you have to have a passing lane. Gordon needs to be up there to have a passing lane to the ball. Okay, this is a problem, Gregory, walking back. Everyone should be back and helping out. Okay, that's a great reset with Gordon in a really good position there. Okay, it's just not quick enough, but that's okay. I love seeing that. Okay, the ability to let's switch the ball, let's get it to the other side. And that's me telling Gregory to get back and help out on defense. Okay, and I think this is where that problem with the woman is, who just keeps talking and talking and talking. Okay, let's fast forward here. Yep, she just keeps going and going. Here we go. Okay, we're back in. Okay, so what's the problem here? Oops. Okay, so first of all, this is a goal kick. Okay, so we are not even close to our positions here. Okay, no space for anyone. No one's in a passing lane at all. So this is not something that I'm happy with. Players are completely out of position, right? Our two defenders, I keep doing that. Our two defenders, 1, 2, here. David, here. Gordon is fine, just a little higher. And then Noah should be in this middle spot. Okay, so we are completely out of position here. Oopsies. Okay, so of course we're not going to end up going forward, not going to be able to. We're going to lose the ball here, it's my guess. But again, our 1v1s kind of get us through this. And we somehow just kind of get after it. Okay, that's a great effort there and I want you to watch Gregory, because Gregory does something here, and we're going to slow this down, that makes him, I think, one of the deadliest dribblers that we have. And I just want you to watch again so fast that it's blurry. Okay. So, sorry, let's go back and do this slowly. And what's great about Gregory is I don't think he realizes he does this, but he just does this instinctively. Okay. So let's just look at where this ball starts. Okay. Do you know what kind of ball we call this when it's in between two players? Does anyone know? I don't think we
Through ball?
In between. So two players are trying to get this ball. Okay, so we call this a 50-50 ball. That means both of these players have an equal chance of getting this ball. That's where we're at right now. Okay. Gregory comes in and he takes it. Now, which foot does he use to take this ball? The foot that is
Farthest?
That's what he should use, but he uses the foot that's closest to the ball. But what does he do with it? He takes it with one touch to the foot that's furthest away from that defender. Okay. And this is what he does really well. He gets it to this side. So now it is not a 50-50 anymore. What a lot of players do is they'll keep that ball here. And then now it continues to be a 50-50. So the fact that he gets it on the side that's furthest away from the defender, that's fantastic. Okay. And what you'll see here is now this player has so much more ground to cover, and he's got to go all the way around to get that ball. And if you have to go all the way around, the only way to do that is to foul the player. And Gregory sees him again. And what does Gregory do? He gets that small little touch to get that ball on his strong side, away from him. So the only way that this player can get that ball is to go through Gregory, which ends up in a foul. Okay. Which is really great. Okay. This free kick was just not done right. Okay. Two players trying to go after the ball. No one really kind of went after it the right way. That's okay. See what time it is. Perfect. Let's change it up. Okay. That was enough of this game. We played really well here. This is probably our best game of the season so far. So it's good to see that improvement. Let's see who's here today. Demi, Jared, Jetien, Mark, Matthew, and Russell. Okay. So fortunately, we'll have to go into this 2013 game. And this game, we really struggled. Let's see the stats here. So this was actually the first game of the season that possession-wise, we were down, right? So sorry, let's go back again. Let's go back to the 2015. So if we look at the 2015 game and we look at the stats, okay, 56. So this looks a lot better. We have more possession. Now, the number that we want to aim for is 60. That's that perfect number. Anything higher than 60 means that we're just keeping the ball for the sake of it. Anything lower is not, it just means we're just lacking a little bit. And if we look at that 2011 game, even though we lost this game, okay, by a lot, we still had 53 possessions. So we did have more possession. Now we're not at that 60, right? So that means there were moments where we did a little bit more 1v1s than we should have, right? But if we look at our 2013 game where we're at 44% possession, okay, that just means we're really not able to keep the ball. It means either our 1v1 is just too much or we just have no idea what to do to keep that ball. Okay, let's get this big. Let's go here. Good. Okay, let's look at our shape now. Okay, so this looks a lot better. I really like how Mert is high, and I like how the midfielders are also pretty high. Okay, so here we come in, we receive that ball. Okay, so there we're forcing it, right? So I like that ability to kind of try it. But again, we need to understand that if there is space on that other side, we need to reset to get that ball there, right? Look at how many 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. I wouldn't really count him. So if we can just get that ball to that other side and go, oh man, are we ever in business there, right? But we're just kind of forcing it. And even if the player beats that number 4, there's still 2 to get through. So where are we really going, right? Let's get into that shape again. Okay, that's good. Okay, now we're able to reset, keep that ball. That's great. And then now Mate's open. Okay, that's a great touch. And now, because we've switched that ball, okay, we were able to get out. Okay. And I really want you to understand that concept here because that is the most important concept. Okay, let's go back and play that again. What happens when that ball goes into the wide space? Well, the really cool thing is that all of the blues start to come. All of the blues start to come, which keeps this side completely open. And Nick should be staying on the far side. We don't need Nick there. Okay. And now, because all the players are moving, we can now go back. Nick should now recognize to go wide. And then now it makes it simple. Okay. Now we've been able to create the space because everyone was on the strong side, which was the far side or the parent side here. And then now we're able to receive it. Okay, just a really not a great first touch there. Okay. And what do you notice about this player, number 4, when he has it? What do you notice here now? What do you notice there? Talk to me. Come on. Come on, talk.
You got between the players?
It's hard to hear you, David. I don't know why.
You got between the players?
You sound like one of the minions, from do you know what I'm talking about? Like in the movie? Do you know who I'm talking about? It's just it's hard to hear you, bud. If you want, you can type that into the chat. Okay, anyone else? Okay, what does he have here?
Coach, what did you say?
If we look at number 4, what does number 4 have a lot of?
Space, and he has, yeah, space.
Okay, well, what's another word we use for space?
Time.
Time. He's got a lot of time. So here's what happened. Okay, let's run through that event. We lost the ball here. And when we lost the ball, who is the player that needs to get it back? Who is it?
Mason.
Who will always be the closest to the ball? He will always be closest to the ball. The player who
Lost it.
Yeah, if a player loses the ball, they're the closest and they start the press. So if you lost it, you need to be the first one to go and get it back. And he just kind of leaves him there. Leaves him, and he points, right? And now we're in a situation where that's not good enough. Okay. I don't know what game is being played over there. Yeah, that's a good try. Yeah, that's a good press there, but Mert just kind of gave up. And because Mert gave up, now it's Mason's responsibility, which is not good enough. We cannot give up on this press. Okay. And this is where the ref makes some mistakes and says, no, 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 you cannot dribble in, but you can dribble in. And I showed that to him at halftime. So now he'll know for next game. Okay, so now we should be looking really to switch. Okay, Andre holds it, waits for pressure. Good. And that was a problem. What do we do in a situation where there's more than pressing us? What should we be doing here? If there's just too much players pressing us, what should we be doing?
Looking up.
Yeah, that's when we get rid of it. Okay. So if we're in a situation where it's 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's maybe a little bit too much. Let's get rid of it. Okay. That's okay. Instead, we try. Okay. We lose it there. Okay. Again, Nick is not wide enough or high enough. Now he is. Okay. What does Mate have here that he doesn't use? What does he have here?
Time.
Time and space. Yeah, that's right. Keep dribbling, take that space. Okay, we move up as a team together, right? Okay, those passes have to be harder. Okay, again, forcing it. Okay. And what's been the problem so far that you've noticed? Who has not been getting on the ball? A lot. that we need? Who?
Mer.
Okay. Who else? We need position. Okay, which position? And we can even go back. Okay, so we can see it here. Okay, that's not a good enough pass. That's not hard enough. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, with this goal kick. Okay, so that ball goes to Jared. Okay, Arno is able to get it. And that was really the first time in a while, or actually, no, I would say that that side's been really good at getting it. What about this side? What happens when we've been trying to get that ball to Nick? Has that been working?
No.
No. And the reason is because he's not finding a passing lane. He's not making those runs like Arno does and Ariane did. Okay. Mason did a really great job of finding a passing lane there, just didn't really scan. Okay. And let's see if Nick does something better here. Okay. He tries. Okay. Doesn't get the ball there, but now he stops, right? And that's just not a good ball. But here. Okay. Now can we reset? Good. Now we're able to keep it. It's a good reset. Just the pass again, not hard enough, not good enough. Okay, again, not hard enough, not good enough. It's a great job by Mason getting in between the player and that ball. Look at this run that he makes in, furthest foot from the defender, really able to get there. Okay, that's great. Okay, but Sam, what does he do here? Okay, he goes back, right? And you tell me here, okay? We've seen Gregory, okay? And we've seen Sam here, okay? What's wrong with that here? Okay, what does he do when he turns right there? Which foot is he using? Which foot? Closest foot, right? And we can see that there. And because he's using the closest foot, now he has no chance. Okay. He was in a really good position when this whole thing started. Why? Because he is, slow that down here. And let's pause it there. Because the ball, it's a little further away from the defender. But I would say if this was Gregory, what would Gregory do? Gregory would put that ball on this foot even more. And he would make sure that body gets in line with it. Okay. We talk about shielding arm, but we also have a shielding leg. Okay. And that's what we have to start to use a little bit more of when we're dribbling. Okay. Use that shielding leg. Okay. And because of that, we lose the ball there. Okay. Some important little concepts. No passing lanes cut. And at this point, everything is fine. We still have most of possession, I would say. Not a great ball there. Okay. And look at this too. Mason can instead, what does Mason have here?
Space and time.
Yeah, space. If he just takes that touch again away from that defender into that space, look at that. Now we've got a 3v2. Okay, he kind of forces it without waiting for that defender to come to him. Okay. And also, it's the wrong foot, right? He uses the closest foot to that defender. versus he needs to really open that body to get that ball through. Whoops. Okay. And again, they're not doing a good job here, right? We're just kind of letting them walk in. Like it's not, if we stop this game here, we're the team in control. Okay. We have control of this game. We're making these little mistakes here and there, which is fine. Right. Ooh, and that's a foul. Okay. So, Mark, you have a lot of space there, right? You have a lot of space. Okay. And if you're not confident because these players are too close together, just reset. It's okay. Okay. We can also dribble into there, right? Really try and take that space, but it's okay to reset instead of just kind of getting into the winger and hoping for it. Okay. Darren, I know you have to leave, so if you want, you can go, although we just have 4 more minutes. Okay. And watch how this player receives that ball with that furthest foot from the defender, and that's fantastic. I would say that's a very Gregory-like move. Okay, that's a great ball to Mason. Okay, a great idea to Mason, just not finding feet. Okay, there now we do find Mason. Okay, but instead of keeping it, we're just kind of trying to force it. Okay, Mark has that space. Let's get that ball to Mark. Let's find the open player. Okay, and a mistake like that, I think, maybe costs us a goal. I'm not sure. Okay, this is the first time they've reset. Okay, that's good, Arno. Just, again, getting beat a little too easily, but really good try coming back and saving it.
Yeah, just to the. Sega, can I leave?
Yeah, if you want. Okay. Right, and I think we're looking okay. Jared's out of position there. And again, because of that, ooh, it's good defending. Okay, but Jared, you're walking back. Okay, again, Jared, your job is to be back. Mark, your job is to be back. We've now out of shape. We don't know where we are. And because of that, there are players open. Okay, and they end up in their first goal. And why did all this happen? It's very simple. It's just us being out of position. And it starts all the way here with Jared jogging back on defense, right? And then jumping in with our foot. And we start to see, again, jumping in with our foot. That's defensive mistakes. Okay, not going back. Okay, and because of that, again, jumping in with our foot. And we got to get our body shape into it. Body first, right? Okay, that's good. All right, that's enough for today.